Good evening. It's 9 p.m. Sunday. It's where the owls sleep, and it's another episode of Parliament. I think a few of us are a little bit worse for wear this week, but we'll muddle through. How's it going, Stocks? You good?
Fantastic, mate. I've never felt better.
Well, that's the way to do it. Battle hardened is what you are. That's what I'm going to call it.
Do you know what I would call it? Seriously out of fucking practice.
Well, as always, we're joined by the other owls. We have a full Parliament this week. Everybody is back in, and we'll start with Samir. Welcome back. How's it been, bro?
Yeah, been a tough few weeks, but yeah, feels good to finally be back. I'm happy. I'm back.
Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. And then next in line we have John, the birthday boy. What's happening?
Wounded, I think, is the word I go for. Like, severely lacking match practice is the way I like to echo Stocks' point.
Is that it? Was it down in tools in pre-season? It's an Alexander Isak. need a few weeks to get back into it.
Was down in something. It definitely weren't tools, but you know.
And last, by no means least, Jack. How is it going? Legendary Bolton fan and comedian Jack.
Yeah, all good. Good. It seems like people want to play under me. They need to be at peak condition, really.
Also, if they need to play for Jack, they need to carry cash. Apparently, he's a cashless guy. He's a cashless guy.
Yeah. I'm also a creditless guy as well, to be honest. Yeah. I'm searching if I've got any art to sell, which I'm going to shock you all here. I don't. So, yeah. But other than that, all good. Good to see everyone.
Good. For those that don't know, there was an Owls road trip that I had to drop out of last minute. John, Stocks, and Jack are all up in the Manchester area this week watching some football. So we will get straight into that because.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
No, we won't start with you. Don't worry about that. We won't start with you. We're gonna start here. An absolute scenes with a last-minute winner in the Bolton Cardiff game, which puts Bolton in a very strong position in League One. Jack, how was the game? We'll get onto the winner after, but how was the game?
Yeah, it was interesting, really, to be honest with you. It's I would say that's probably the first kind of test I felt Bolton have had. Now, obviously, we've had quite a few failures this year, but what I mean by that is that it felt very, very level. The first half felt like first few rounds of a boxing match, sort of trying to size each other up. Cardiff are top of the league. It's obviously a big game for us. I thought we'd come out all guns blazing. Obviously, our last game being a 93rd minute equaliser and a 95th minute winner. So I thought we'd come out all guns blazing. Didn't really seem like that, which was a bit strange, I thought. But very, very level game. Very level game. And I mean, from the 25th minute, we were all saying it's probably only one goal in this. And it's going to be fucking. And then the later it got into the second half, it was like, this is going to be brutal territory, whoever concedes this goal, because I can see it being the last one. It turns out it really was spectacularly brutal. But obviously I couldn't be shit. So, I mean, Cozy Adubri, he's just fucking magic. He's absolutely magic. Kissed the badge as well, which I really hate to be crude here, but I nearly fucking cummed everywhere when I saw it. I mean, the funny thing is as well, we all know what I'm like. So if I saw someone kissing the badge, mid-October when they're almost certainly getting fucking recalled in January for the loan, I would be slating it, but I don't give a shit. It's me. It's my club, and it's him. He's really good. Special player. Special player. And his shot is just ruthless. I can't think of anyone I've ever seen play for us that I just feel they're gonna score when they're shooting from easy distances. Like I honestly think he's my favourite player to watch since JJ Kocher, which is
Wow.
That is high
Wow.
praise. That to be
Yeah.
It really is though, because I actually enjoy watching him.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching him. He's a threat. He's playing with a smile on his face. Yeah, I mean, unless he's going to get sold, I really hope he stays the full season. I really do. But yeah,
Who's the parent club
goal is
again,
just so good. Say that again, sorry.
Oh, who's the parent club?
Brighton.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't see them calling him back. I haven't seen them calling him back.
Well, because people in for him, that's the problem.
Yeah, but cold hard cash.
People want to buy him. That's the issue. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads of scouts watching him. Sheffield United are in for him.
Fuck that.
I mean, I've just my only slight dream, hope, whatever, is that we keep going, for the next 2 months, like we are, and Sheffield United there's heavy rumours of him going there, and you just think, well, I think they're absolute rock bottom, aren't they, of the Championship? So, what are you going to fucking learn by that? And if it's that they're going to buy him, then why aren't we buying him?
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
they're in the bottom 3. Sheffield Wednesday are bottom because they've had the points deduction in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rough time in South Yorkshire there, isn't there? Really,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
To be honest, why would he want to go to Sheffield United if he carries on playing at Bolton? Look, for the whole season like this,
yeah,
he'll have a host of clubs, surely.
Yeah, and that's on both fronts. That's from club and player. Because if the player's enjoying his football and he's having a good time, surely he's got a say in this and said, actually, I'd rather see out the last 6 months. And then from Brighton's point of view, if he carries on going, it's just going to cost more in the summer.
Yeah.
and what I don't get about these things is that why would you want him to go from what we are effectively front foot 75% of games? We're favourites with the bookies, 80-90% of every game we play in. So, not that ever means fuck all for me, but yeah, I've long thought about this because do you remember? It happened last season. It was someone they moved and they.
I was going to say. It was that Walsall. Like how Walsall had like the legendary collapse where they were like top of the league all the way. I think they had a centre forward on loan from Stoke, and they recalled him on the 1st of Jan, and that pretty much mirrors up with the time period of Walsall sort of graduate. Well, not even graduate, the sort of the immense fall from grace that they had to then not end up getting promoted. So that was going to be like my whole point on it.
What's the point of him, especially someone like Sheffield United? If they keep on their trajectory, they're going to be. It's not going to be a place where you want to play. It's not going to be a place where you can lose the ball and not have people on your back. And I mean, in all honesty, I would imagine that if Brighton say you can stay, it's going to be on the basis that if he continues, they're either going to get potentially actually a decent chunk of cash for him in the summer. Someone that could afford to pay significantly more than us. Or indeed, his agent says to him, stay. Look, well, you'll have a good season, but ultimately, if Bolton don't go up, you'll definitely find a club in the Championship where you're going. Or indeed, Brighton say, look, if you keep on this trajectory, we'll maybe give you a 6 month next year, or we'll bring you into a squad over summer. It's the strange beasts, aren't they, loans? Like, you need to get it right, but you don't want to get it so right like us. We've got a striker on loan from Hull who's top goal scorer in the league. Mason Burstow, and this guy who's without doubt the best player I've seen in the league. So you want it to go well, but not potentially this well.
Yeah. Well, I get that.
I'd be more worried about the one from Hull, because I think they're sitting in around 10th or 11th in the Champo, and they might look at it and think, he can come in and bag goals for us.
Well, that's your issue, isn't it? Now, the one positive is that they're doing all right, and they've got Ollie McBurney, they've got a couple of other strikers that are doing all right for them. So basically, the loan for him is making sense. But we discussed it on Saturday. We've discussed it on the pod before when we talk about Leyton Orient. If you get two of your loans right, especially like this right, got to go up. Have to go up because there's just no way we would get two people of this situation where I'm not even in November and I'm petrified of them being recalled. But yeah, they're interesting loans, aren't they? Really, they are. You could. It's almost like it's psychoanalyzing every situation. It's bizarre. And usually I don't really give it two fucks because it doesn't go right. So I'm like, right, okay, great, go for it.
It's almost about timing, isn't it? Like you in this sense, you're kind of worried that it's almost peaked at the wrong time because it's going to draw the attention before January.
The one thing that's another positive is they're both young, so it's not like the 26, 27 and the parent club is like, fuck, we've got to pull the trigger now because they could get injured, they could fall off massively on form, anything could happen. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, great goal as well. Seriously, fucking incredible goal.
I watched it whilst you were speaking. I saw a great angle from the stands. So they were kind of
that's right in front of me.
Oh yeah, so this was from like the opposite end, and it was great the way he just opens himself out and just guides it into the far post. It's gorgeous.
Have we got to the bottom of deflection or not deflection yet? Because all the replays I saw yesterday, I couldn't quite tell.
Well, I've watched it about 50 times, mate. And if it wasn't for, I mean, it doesn't look like a deflection to me, but it's just so perfect that it's almost kind of unbelievable. It's not a deflection.
Yeah. Well, I can't see the deflection, so
there's nothing much sexier in football than a keeper being rooted to the spot, is there? There's literally nothing, is there?
Yeah. Arms out. It's just the.
I don't know if
or when someone thunders it past them, when the keeper's slightly crouched, ready to, and they just fall backwards like that.
Yeah.
One
of our players just flops on the floor, and he just literally because he's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, I mean, we will come on to it, but I was planning on leaving slightly earlier the game, so thank God I didn't, because I would have been absolutely wounded. And I don't know if the last two games I've been to watching Bolton has taught me anything is not to leave. And also 4 of his 5 goals for us have been 90 plus. 90 plus.
Wow.
Clutch.
So an equaliser, a winner, an equaliser, a winner. Like,
yeah.
That is exactly the definition of clutch. Is he getting a little bit into that sort of Arjen, not level, but Arjen Robben territory, that when he gets into that position,
you can't stop
teams need to kind of worry that he's going to find that corner?
So Huddersfield very noticeably doubled up on him. And then he assisted and scored in 93rd and 96. And Cardiff tripled up on him.
Wow.
They tripled up on him. And the guy next to me was like, he said he earlier on the game, he's like, he's not having his best game, is he? And I said, he's not, but you just would never take him off, would you? And he was like, oh, fuck no chance. You just wouldn't, because he scored. And then he actually nearly scored about 2 minutes before it. He nearly set up a goal just 2 minutes before it. And he had 3 players around him. And I just don't get it. He's so, strong, and he's almost like NFL players that they can put the hand. He almost puts his hand on the floor to control his body to get round someone, and the thing is, he's not even getting fouled because people just don't know what you. I mean, I've watched many a Bolton player where I've been like, you do not know what you're doing, and he's like the opposite of that, where I'm like, I don't literally have no idea. It's quite exciting because some of the players I've watched is not exciting when I can't work out what the fuck's going to happen. So, but yeah, incredible 9 days watching Bolton. Incredible 9 days for him. Kiss the badge, mate. I'll fucking get a tattoo of your head, mate, if you can stay just past. If you stay first of February, if you want. I'm buzzing. I could talk about it all day, but I'm sure not everyone is as keen as me. But good times anyway.
Yeah, I don't think as a fan, I don't think 2 games back to back get much better than what you've had last week, Thursday and Saturday. I genuinely don't think any fan can top that. 2 goals in past 90 minutes the other week to win it, and then this winner as well. So yeah, good week for you, Jack. Loving that.
The only way is down.
He did get tempered pretty shortly afterwards.
I was going to say, before we move on, Jack,
it's funny, right, about watching your own club, and I don't think by any means Bolton Wanderers are special in this case. I said to the guy, I said, you know what? I said, if you were watching this game, with 2 other teams just on TV, you would be like, this has got 0-0 written all over it. I said, but is it because we're Bolton fans that you just feel they're going to score a last-minute winner? But I think that's every football fan that, you obviously hope you're going to win, but even if you never, I don't think you're ever going to comfortably call, I think this is going to be a 0-0, like with your own club. Because obviously you want them to win it, but then the sense of impending dread of them scoring a last-minute goal obviously creeps into it. But we did it, so in a bit Cardiff. All fucking weirdos as well, them lot. But yeah,
what was it you said about like the table as well? It's like are you like 3 points off the top, but 7,
with
something like that?
3 points off the top, and we're not even in playoff spots.
It's just mad. What a league!
Absolutely bonkers. Yeah. So pretty much say 13 games in, because some have played 12, some have played 14. Cardiff on 26, Stevenage 26, Bradford 26, Stockport 25, AFC Wimbledon 25, Lincoln 24, Bolton 23.
Jeez.
That is bonkers.
And if the game we lost to Burton, who are second to bottom, I think, in the league, 3-0, a few weeks ago, which is a big shock. If we'd won that game, we would be top. So top on goal difference, level on points. Obviously, it's not the time for swings and roundabouts after the last 2 games I've watched, so I certainly don't have the balls to start talking about them. And sort of one thing didn't happen. Well, 2 things didn't happen. I'd be sat here fucking not talking about this game. Put it that way. So yeah, a bit to go. We play Luton, Bradford, Stevenage in like 4 of our next 5 games. So
all 3 in the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mate, we might be 14th, but still 2 points off top or something in this mad league. But keep going anyway, because as I say, when I go to Doncaster away on the 1st of January, I can't imagine this man is going to be on the pitch. But if he wants to get a 3-week hamstring injury, more than happy for him to do that January. Maybe get himself somewhere nice and sunny. Not so sunny he likes it and thinks, fancy a little go at Malaga for the next 3 months. But, just sunny enough for him to rest and recharge.
Good stuff. Let's see how that develops as the season goes on. Unfortunately, John.
Oh, dear.
We do need to go to here.
Held out for 20 minutes, so I was hoping we'd get away for a bit longer.
Well, as 3 of you were at the game from some point onwards, it would be mental not to talk about it. Question number 1, did any of you get in to see the Southampton goal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so it was quite the journey, but like I managed, because I was the one that had all the tickets. So the original plan, I think you would have taken you and Jack's ticket, right?
Yeah.
And then I still would have come across to meet Stocks and mate, like a friend of the pod, Sam. It was great to see him as well. I'll get on some of these, some of the things that he was saying at points, but
I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that, please.
I'll be shocked if he didn't use the word agricultural at least 5 times.
he didn't actually. Do you know what? Like for those listening that might not know, like Sam is like he's the ultimate sort of grenade chucker of the group. Like like he's the guy that will just and he'll deliver it. He's just got a very there's a panache in the way that he delivers it as well. It's like so a little example, sort of about 10 minutes in, and I'll let Stocks talk about the first 10, 15 minutes of the game in a minute. But there was a corner whipped in by Blackburn, and Alex McCarthy's absolutely nowhere near it, and it hits the top of the bar and goes out for a goal kick. And I'm just about to let off some statement, and Sam just sort of turns with a little grin on his face and goes, I think he had that covered, I think he judged that well. And it's like he's always got that little thing at the perfect moment at the right time. Yeah, he just incredible timing. But we gave him ample opportunity yesterday, put it that way. I mean, I'll put like my kind of it's a bit like sort of, I guess like Mitch, you've got kids, right? So it's a bit like sort of inviting someone round or whatever, and then your kids start playing up. It's probably like the best. It's the best way you can describe taking someone to a Saints game. I talk a lot about how bad we are, like especially over the last few months, and that it was quite funny to see people's genuine shock that I didn't know it was this bad. Stocks, I'm gonna let you lead off on the first 15 minutes of the game. What you saw?
It was, quite frankly, and this wasn't just a Southampton thing. This is Blackburn too.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst 15 minutes of any football I've seen, and that includes any game that I've played either very briefly, semi-professionally, or amateur-wise. It was terrible. Like they literally couldn't get 3 passes together. Honestly, it was so bad. It was so bad. The Southampton supporters spent most of their time chanting at a chubby kid in a white jumper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah,
he wasn't wearing a white jumper, was you, Stocks?
I wanted to see.
I'd take being called chubby. That'd be. I'd take that. I'd take that all day long. It weren't good. It weren't good.
Yeah,
I can't be too I don't want to be too scathing because we've got to build up to the good stuff. But yeah, it was poor, and even Southampton.
It set the tone. It's safe to say it set the tone, right?
Yeah, and I mean, all you can say is that it really drove us to get pissed the rest of the night because you were sort of. It was a little bit dumbfounded. You was kind of thinking, shit, like two teams can really be that bad. If you're being honest, to some degrees, it would be fair if neither team won. But
yeah,
you know what? Blackburn
0 points for both.
Yeah, well, maybe take one off. Blackburn won it literally just because they put it about a bit and wanted a bit more desire. There weren't much quality. And Southampton shot them. I don't know who's going to take over on this bit.
Oh God, are we going to talk about the greatest? Well, the all-time worst substitution that I've ever seen in a football game.
Yeah, so those that follow their teams everywhere, and I think it's like a common held fan theory that's almost scientifically proven. But as soon as the away fans turn on you, your time's not far from up.
Yeah,
and obviously Sam was all over this because he keeps saying this team lacks philosophy. The Russ could change this.
He's available.
The Russ is available on a free.
This is the thing, right? I am terrified. I'm absolutely terrified of this happening. I'm begging Norwich to sack Liam Manning. So I'm like, please, because he can get the Norwich link. Let's not go back to this. He's honestly. I mean, I've gone on ad nauseum about that guy, but he's the reason we're in this mess to begin with. Well, actually, no. It's not solely him. But what we did as a club in terms of backing him is the reason why, in terms of like a playing squad right now, we're still trying to sort out not just his fuck's sake. You're having a laugh.
Don't describe his tenure as a
Come on
skid
home.
mark on this club that we can't wash away.
Come on home.
Yeah, that is the best way to put it. It's like genuinely, it's a skid mark that won't wash out. Like when you watch us, like that is the best way to describe like Russell Martin's kind of legacy on the club. But there's going to be a few mouth breathers that suddenly start the whole like let's bring him back in and whatever. But if you look at the recruitment history of Sports Republic since coming in, like sacking Ralph Hasenhüttl for Nathan Jones, then going for Jesse Marsh, failing at getting Jesse Marsh, which God knows what that would have turned out like. You know what I mean? It's not like they acted, bruv. Is this guy? Nah. What is this?
That is nothing. It is not. Nah.
This is, that was viral work, James Mitchell. That is.
You use my full name.
Oh God! I governmented you for that. That is unbelievable.
Talk about
Considering yesterday, bitch, you've stitched him up worse just now than you did.
Oh mate! So where were we there? Like the substitute. Yeah, like actually, yeah. Even the Russ, I've never seen. Like, but we had one kind of silver lining on the pitch, if you will. So on the left hand side, we've got this new Brazilian like winger, Leo Cienza, has, you know, for the last sort of like half dozen games, has been realistically the only kind of shining light that we've had that just looks any sort of beacon of hope that we're going to create something. He scores, puts us ahead. Probably just after the hour mark, he gets withdrawn to bring on captain, leader, legend Jack Stevens in a holding midfield role, which, you know, tactically, as Stocky very well put yesterday, it was a case of what it did was that with Cienza on the pitch, it just meant that Blackburn were always doubling up on him. And as soon as he went off and you bring on a holding midfielder, they kind of just sort of looked at that and went, there's not a threat there anymore. So they just push up a bit further. And that sort of ultimately led to, well, I mean, amongst the many other things, but kind of just led to us sort of like throwing the game away in that sense. We did have Mitch's mate Adam Armstrong had a couple of gilt-edged chances to put us 2-0 ahead and didn't. It's not something I'm not used to saying at this point. Not strictly just about him, but just in general. Like gun shy is it's a generous way of putting it in terms of this team. Like, yeah, cool. Stocks. What do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, the 2 1-on-1s were poor. Like he scored a chipped effort in the week against Bristol, and I think he had flashbacks of that. But for me personally, I thought he misjudged it. I thought if he tries to go round the keeper was bobbing out at such a speed, he would have just took him out. But he's chipped it, and do you know the problem is with dinking a keeper, when it comes off, you look like an absolute boss. You're a G. When you underhit it and you just tickle him in the chest, you look like a fucking prat. And he done that.
It's funny because, well, he actually scored a dink on Tuesday night at Bristol. So it was, you know, it was quite whether the keeper's aware of that and has been able to telegraph it. I didn't realise. I thought Jack had disappeared, like because his camera's off. But no,
I'm still here. I'm just in tears thinking about that fucking game. So I thought, I don't know what's happened to my camera.
Do you know what? We got down to that bar so quick. I don't think we didn't watch the last 4 minutes of the first half, and I think we missed the beginning of the second. So fuck this.
I was thinking about this on the way home today, Stocks. You were talking about West Ham yesterday, and obviously I don't know if I'm kind of jumping ahead slightly to when that does come up, but you were talking like this is like a very common thread that we've really got at the moment. Is like it's the point where you realise like actually the worst thing that you can have is you're not even angry at this point. It's just that sense of apathy that you feel. Towards the club, and I'm sure like during the Ashley era, Mitch has probably gone through it. Samir's probably gone through it at points like, you know, when Arsenal were sort of, you know, in some of the leaner years, like by Arsenal standards, you know, like it's that point where you just go, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Don't care, you know. And that's very much there with Saints. But I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, there was a home game I went to in February, and I met up with a group of guys, and we were in the pub. And one of the guys was like, "You know what? Should we just bin the game off and stay here?" And there was a genuine sense of everyone actually stopped for a moment and actually really did have to think about it. And would never normally say that, but like, and then obviously we went anyway and lost 4-0. But that's actually you do. But when it gets to the point where that becomes like a realistic conversation, where you're just like, actually, is it even worth going to the game because we know what's going to happen? I think there was a bit of optimism about coming down to the Championship, and you'll get used to winning a few more games. It's not as simple as that. Like, this is a group of players that are genuinely losing as a habit, right? And it's throwing games. The manner in which you throw games away is a habit. And you can see it as clear as day, like in the body language, just in the general sort of like lack of direction when we have the ball, even at times.
Absolutely no plan. Watching it, when you was watching it, to be fair, we had a cracking view as it goes.
Yeah, we did.
You couldn't work out a style of play. You wouldn't say this is what they're trying to do. It was like essentially, where teams keep the ball because they kind of think, 9/10 of the law. If you've got the ball, you won't concede. But as soon as they did give the ball away in the second half, they were all at sea. I mean, Jack Stevens is shit in his primary position, so having him anywhere near the midfield.
Pretty much.
Like they just kept on bringing defenders and getting worse at defending with each one that came on.
But like John, when you said that stat towards the end of the game that you've won 4 games of football in 49 games,
it's insane, right? And I don't know where the next one comes from.
Fucking insane. But also, having watched it firsthand, I'm like, yeah, I can believe that. It's not like
but this is it, right? It was interesting.
Did you think, them 4 teams must have been shit?
That was just the
remember they were. So it was Everton last season. This was under Dyche. So yeah, they were a pretty poor side. It was Ipswich in February. And then it would have been Wrexham on the first day of the season, which we burgled in the 96th. And after being relatively poor for about 70 minutes of that game as well. And who was the other one? Oh, Sheffield United, who were pretty much at that stage in freefall. So, it's been 4 pretty pony teams that we've beaten. So, yeah, but I mean, shout out to Jack's like Royal Rumble-esque entrance through the disabled entrance, like about half hour into the game, which definitely absolutely a bright spot, like in what was a truly awful day football.
Considering in the last, Thursday last week I was at Huddersfield away. Thursday this week I was at Ferencváros versus Red Bull Salzburg in the beautiful city of Salzburg on Thursday. Got home, it was Friday night, very late on. Woke up Saturday, went to Bolton, got to Blackburn. It was a real coming down to earth.
Yeah, a humbling experience.
A real humbling experience. But the one thing I will say is that the Southampton away fans are so very pleasant. It was offending me how nice they are. It looked like there was, I'm not even going to say GCSEs, it looked like there was a couple of A-levels, potentially a few PhDs knocking around.
I think there was some UCAS points knocking about.
Yeah, which was really, it's not what I like to see in a way, and I want to see people that have just finished their shift and come straight from work. So it was strange.
Are you going to say the quote, Jack?
Someone used the word quandary.
Well, that was John.
That might have been me.
Aware of that, yeah. Someone behind me said, like, sweet mother of Mary.
That's Jesus, Clovis, and Mary.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my God. Just put it even more context. Man. I think the C word was cock. That's so. It was interesting. I'm not going to suggest that translates to the playing form in any way, shape, or form, of course. But also because it wasn't as venomous and toxic as I would think you would get from
as it should be, given the situation.
As it should be. But also generally associated with a lower class of people, which is not a dig, is what I prefer and I associate better with, of course. I think it's quite strange to comprehend how bad 4 wins in 49 games is. And I think you are probably going to be lucky this year that there are. Well, Sheffield Wednesday, there is a spot gone, isn't it? It is what it is. Sheffield United may come good, but they look pretty bad.
I don't think they'll go down though. I think he'll get enough out of them to see them into mid-table at least. But
you just look like a team that were in complete freefall. You had all the hallmarks of it, the type of the way you lost from one down, the 94th minute, totally out of nowhere, pointless red card all down the face.
Yeah.
Not good. I don't particularly like your manager's face. I don't know. I think I've commented on that before. His face actually pisses me off.
Do you remember the glance when we all started singing "You Don't Know What You're Doing"? And he done that quick little glance over to the away support and turned back. Ooh,
and I've not heard "You're not fit to wear the shirt" for a very long time at a football match. In fact, I dare say I can't remember the last time I've ever heard it. Like I'm talking a decade. And I think
rumblings of it Tuesday.
I mean, it's
just
you basically you're going against the player, then, aren't you? The players are like fuck, because at the end of the day, it's hard to give a shit.
They fully deserve it. Like at the end of the day, it's got to that stage, and there's so much dross. Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, no. My only final point that would sum it up for me, and I think this is so crucial that everyone is aware happened, because I've not seen this. Somebody came on the pitch from the Southampton bench with no name and number on the back of his shirt.
Yes.
He came on to the pitch at a championship level game of football, and he did not have a name and number on the back of his shirt. And I will say, I saw that earlier on in the game and said it and thought, Jack, you've been drinking for 5 days. That must be not what you've seen. And then he came on as a substitute. So I do believe I did see that. So I think there was actually 2 players that were doing it. So if you can't get your fucking kit right, I'm sorry. It's just the cherry on the absolute shit birthday Sunday that you had. Yeah, it's rough, mate. Been there in the free for all. Been there in the unpleasant times. I will say I've never gone through the disabled entrance before, but that's my fault for being late. Not
really. I think it was a great effort to get there.
Yeah, look, sympathy is not a nice emotion. You never want people to be sympathetic towards your club, because at the end of the day, it is unfortunately embarrassing. You feel like a fucking gimp, and yeah, the only positives were what we tried to take from the day. I don't believe there was anything on the pitch.
No,
Brian Cow was right, though.
The what?
The Brain Cow. That was all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was all right, yeah.
I've had in many, many years. So, yeah, shout out the Brown Cow. I mean, it's clearly a shithole pub and I'm never going back, but thanks for what we needed at the time. Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, there's a few things making me nervous here. One is that Samir has said very, very little. And he must have like months and months and months. Like these geezers just must be loading shells right now. So he just wait and stop picking them off. But
4 weeks. Yeah, I can't come for that. I just got to leave him alone.
It's just like you're in too much pain right now. I'm not even going to do it.
Sympathy from Samir after some of the ones I've dropped on him in the past year is outrageous, to be honest. That tells his own story. Like, I feel we are, like, on pitch wise, we are definitely. I would argue we have to be the worst club in the country to support right now. Like, I mean, obviously you've got clubs like Sheffield Wednesday and like the problems they're having off the pitch, which hopefully are turning the corner and that. But from like an on pitch standpoint, it's like, what has there really been to sort of get behind, or like, you know, to. And I'm sure like Stocks will sort of argue that West Ham to an extent might come into that bracket somewhere.
I would also just like to point out on the Sheffield Wednesday front, they beat Bolton in the cup. So take that fucking points deduction, you bunch of mugs.
They sold
fucking
50
smoke
grand
that.
worth of merchandise today, didn't they?
Yeah.
As soon as that geezer left because they went into administration, the fans went in and bought 50 grand's worth of stuff in one day.
That's
fucking
brilliant.
They got that sweet League 2 Carabao Cup to keep them warm. I got nothing. So yeah, that's why, you know, we need to buy them scarves, mate. That £40,000 second round, first round victory fee on pens, may I add? But no, obviously, yes, very happy for them and all that jazz. It is quite impressive, isn't it? They sold 9,000 tickets to their next match in like 4 hours. It's pretty good. But they're going down, aren't they? So
yeah.
Oh yeah. I've got a funny feeling in a couple of weeks I'm going to be sitting here talking about us losing at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Because we've got them on the 8th of November. So like, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
If I'm suddenly not around on the 9th, you might be able to put 2 and 2 together on that one. But yes.
Well, at least it won't be then actually jumping above you in the table when it happens, or if it happens.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
that'll be the other the game in March.
Do you know what's crazy as well? Like, I had a look at it, and if Blackburn, you see, like, there was that whole controversy the other week about Blackburn playing Ipswich. And they were 1-0 up with like 11 minutes to go, and they basically cancelled the game. And like I said, it's got to be replayed from the start. Had Blackburn actually like been given the points or had hung on to that, they'd actually be above us. And you saw the state of Blackburn yesterday. It tells you everything you need to know.
State of Blackburn, the area and the team. It was just.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to say, but like.
Yeah, it's. But the thing is, with these away games, you just got to go there, get the fucking 3 points, and get out of there. And then before you know it, we're in the brown cow trying to fucking stop you from sobbing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will. Just one final thing on it, right?
Go on.
Football, we had a great do. It was a good laugh.
Oh,
when
God,
we were on the train back, right? And John was talking about the 9-0 loss to one of them anyway, which I think we all know was on his birthday, because he's mentioned it on the pod before when it's happened before. And I was like, mate, you've had a fucking shocker. And then he just looked up and went, and also today's my birthday. And I was like, what? Are you actually serious?
I was actually going to hold off mentioning it until we was on the pod tonight. But I think it was because Sam was literally just tearing into me on the train about my XYZ. He was like, you've had an absolutely atrocious journey up here. You've done this, that, the other. You barely made it to the game. And you've had to watch that. And it's only 4 wins in 49. He's like, how much worse can it get? And I just looked at him and went, yeah, today's my birthday, mate. Why not?
How little we all
He's
knew.
the last person you want to be around. He's the last person you want to be around.
How little we knew. John's journey today was even worse than the one up there.
Oh my God. The only good that's come out of it is I've had my entire train journey refunded, which was great. But like,
what about the other 7 trains that you had to get on today?
Oh my God. It was like that today as well. It was mad. Like, what time did you get in today?
I mean, I don't mean to rub it in, but I got off the train, went shopping, and I was still indoors at 1 o'clock.
Oh my God.
think it's safe to say there was a reason why everyone had suggested me and Sam would get on as well. So
Oh God,
I'm sure he's not even listening because I don't think he really gives a shit about anything. Which great. But yeah, he's a good guy. I hope we can. I hope the five of us can all meet up again. Definitely. But as I always say, the only thing that can spoil a day at the football is unfortunately the football.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or the lights in your room that you've bought that gave you epilepsy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was your own mistakes though, wasn't it? So I mean,
Yeah.
we can't control what happens in the pitch. You can control booking a crack den. So
it weren't far off, mate. Honestly,
it's just so Moorish.
And it turns out when the top review of your hotel says the best thing about it was the bars on the window, turns out it's true. And also that should have been your own trigger points to cancel it. But look, it was your birthday, John. You wanted to make sure nothing went wrong, and you chose wisely.
Safety first. Yeah, we got the bars on the window. Oh mate, amazing! No, but thank you, boys. It was a cracking weekend, man. It was really good. It'd be good. It would be good to do it with a full house as well. Definitely.
Yeah, apologies for that.
Actually, the only things that can spoil the day at the British football are the trains and the football. So I did. To be fair, I don't want to do that to death because it's boring as fuck, really, isn't it? But I have seen that a lot of fans have had nightmares with train travel this weekend.
Yeah.
I believe Brighton fans got seriously screwed over, just everything being cancelled.
Yeah, they were on the trains with me on the way up there, so.
Oh, they would have been all right. Well, it's just about all right, but not great. Bit of a stain on. And no one gives a fuck about football fans either, do they? So
no, of course not.
Or at least it's cheap though. At least you get good value for it.
Well, yeah.
Well, for you, John, it's you don't know if you're coming or going or refunded. So I guess it's hard for you to understand at the moment. But
yeah, pretty much.
And I will top it off by saying that of all the people to get thrown out or barred from somewhere, it was actually my wife who, when she met up with us later on, said, yes, just to let you know, we can't go in Sailor Bar anymore. And I will just jump in straight away and say, it's not what you're thinking. It's just called Sailor Bar. And I was like, well, why would we go in there? She went, I called her a bitch. I'm like, I'm really proud. And she was like, oh, right. I'm not remotely offended. I said, that's the most aggressive thing I've seen from anyone all day, George. I was more aggressive. I was like, sweet Mary and Joseph. I've changed.
Oh. Southampton away support's giving you some decorum.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, quality stuff. Okay, right. As riveting as that 48 minutes has been, let's roll into something.
Was it?
Thanks for that.
Something else. Sorry,
Sorry.
We're taking a little backward step to Friday night.
Yeah.
West Ham against Leeds. Obviously, the first 20 minutes was horrific, but after that, how did it go?
It was still horrific. So I had the joy of watching this in Leeds Town Centre on Friday night. We're looking cooked.
Yeah,
we're looking absolutely cooked. Like as John mentioned, and we had several chats about this, and they got more depressing the more we drank. But just there's no anger. It's just apathy. You just you're defeated. You're just like, well. Nuno's making some rather bizarre selection choices, like starting Souček and Andy Irvine. I had to spend 10 minutes explaining to Sam who Andy Irvine was. He'd never heard of, like most people have never heard of him. He was so bad. There was it's just absolutely nothing redeeming of it. It's a real state. It's a real state. Apparently, I saw some videos today that Sullivan mentioned to his confidant that he's concerned about the state of the club, and he says this is more toxic than anything that happened in Moyes or Lopetegui's times. And I think, and you know, like when chairman and boards are feeling the strain because you see the odd leak that we're getting the board together and we're going to speak about investment and, you know, like putting some money into the club, and they're doing this because they know that there's no more scapegoats. It's them. We complained about the team or what the manager was doing, and finally we start as a support, we're getting our ducks in the row and going, well, it's all coming from the top, and now they're shitting it and trying to. But again, what's the point of throwing money at it when you ain't got a fucking plan?
Yeah.
We've all said several times how great Brighton's, Bournemouth, Brentford, they've all got a plan. They're all working in the same direction. Oh yeah, there's the man.
I probably should have saved this for a quiz somewhere down the line, but this is Andy Irvin's career.
Yeah.
Like, what on earth is this? How has he ended up at West Ham?
It's a bloody good Scrabble score by the looks of it, but
No.
We signed him for like something ridiculous, like 100 grand or 50 grand, and apparently we'd agreed to sell him to Wrexham for £2 million, but he turned it down because he wanted to fight for his place in the team.
Jesus.
And now he's playing.
Yeah,
he won the fight then, didn't he?
And also, if this is ever like the death knell of James Ward-Prowse at West Ham, if Andy Irving's getting over him.
Yeah,
but like we brought our subs on, and like Freddie Potts was miles better than him straight away. Yeah, it's just honestly, it's really bad. It's really bad, and I just you know when you watch, obviously I watch West Ham a lot more than you lot, and I'm really fucking pleased for you on that front. But I just can't see. I've watched so much football over the years, and I just when the team just stinks. And you know it's on the wall, and it really is. Unless something amazing happens, I just can't see. I can't see what they can do differently with him with that squad. Yeah, it's really, really crap. And again, Leeds weren't very good. You know, like you can deal with when you're beat by a good side. You go, "Oh, fair enough, they're quite good." Leeds were shit, but they didn't have to be very good to beat us comfortably. Quite damning.
Yeah.
And like I say, lots of echoes with how we've slated Southampton, but there was I imagine there was definitely no Jesus Joseph and Mary.
No. Too many syllables, if nothing else, isn't it? In that way, and so.
Nah.
But I can relate to that though. The whole sort of like just. Teams not having to even get out of that was us last season. Teams would not have to leave first gear, and they beat us comfortably.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, not a good sign at all. And Kim, your little bit there just completely takes away my next question. Is there any shoots of recovery coming since Nuno came in? But sounds like that's a resounding no, to be honest.
No, I mean it's just small things like you look at his body language, and he kind of. I recognise it because he's just so fucking puzzled.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's playing Wan-Bissaka at left back and Ollie Scholes right back, and things like that. And I know it never happened, but I was saying this to my lads over the weekend. I was like, I just want him to explain what he thinks, because usually we all watch a lot of football. You see something and you might not agree with it, but you understand what the thinking was.
Yeah.
I look at that and I've absolutely not got a Scooby. I just want to say, what do you think? And then I'll call him a prat.
Yeah. Admittedly, I haven't watched any of the actual football, but from looking at his selections, I just thought he was doing that weird new manager thing of figuring out who can do what by tweaking things a bit. Is it not just a bit of that, or is he just hasn't got a clue what he's doing, basically?
I don't know. Maybe he's making a point. Maybe he's saying these lot of shit. You need to stump up some funds in January.
Yeah.
But by then, honestly, we're so bad. You could be well cut adrift.
Yeah,
And
potentially could.
And will anything prompt him to spend though? Like, I don't want to be dramatic and say how bad does it need to be. Like, are they just never gonna spend?
Well, what they do, I think we were saying this a few weeks ago. There's lots of parallels to what Ashley was doing at Newcastle, and he will spend exactly the amount he believes they need to stay up. So they'll put the money in just to make sure we stay up. And they'll go, oh, well, we were really struggling, but we stayed up. We've done well. We'll go again next year. But this is the same board that what they'll do when West Ham supporters complain about them, they'll go, oh, well, we have 60,000 tickets every week. We're like the top 20 profitable clubs in the world. But then the same thing will go, well, why don't we improve in the playing squad or the training ground? And they'll go, oh, FFP. Well, you was telling us that we're one of the most profitable clubs in the world, but now we're on FFP. So what are you doing? Are you spunking loads of wages on shit players? Like,
well, I think if we're talking about Andy Irvine, the suggestion would be yes, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Really?
well, there's a lot of them doing it at the minute. And also, when you keep chopping managers, you get lots of dead wood you can't get rid of because usually, and we always used to laugh about Man United because there's so much money sloshing around in the Prem. Clubs are like West Ham are just riddled with players they don't want because they're not going to go for less wages somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's just dead money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully things do turn a corner.
And just
in fact,
just on the timing of it as well, I'd suggest you couldn't have picked a worse season in the last 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
To be having this fucking there we go. There you go, James. Thanks for this one, mate. Like you I can't remember the last time really. When would the last time have been there? I mean,
all three stayed up.
Sunderland and Burnley and Leeds, have they all got 10? Have they all got double-digit points?
They're all on double digits now. Yeah.
Yeah. So Burnley are on 10, Sunderland are on 17, and Leeds are on 11.
So I mean, that can't have happened at this point for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I could get instantly called out here that it was last week.
It might be right on that one.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up this image. I was going to leave it a little bit to the end, but it felt like it rolled into it quite naturally there. This is potentially the best start we've seen from 3 teams coming up as a group for years. I can't remember any 3 teams coming up and all doing as well as they have done. Obviously, Sunderland are crazy good at the minute. And
Pride of the
other
North East.
We're doing decent.
West.
East. Got it right the first time. Stop. So yeah, I genuinely can't think of a group of teams that have done as well. And Sunderland are potentially up there as one of the best starts to any promoted team for just as long.
A good while, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and also, obviously we were hampered with a Burnley fan all weekend. Even a couple of small decisions their way, like that unfortunate Hannibal handball against Man United that was a handball, but it was a bit of an odd one, weren't it?
Yeah.
They had another last
That
minute.
was Liverpool.
That was Liverpool. Yeah.
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a last minute pen against United as well. But that was. So I mean, they've had a couple.
Yeah, and we were saying exactly that. They could have even more points, and then when you get draws against them sides, you're thinking, "Cool, this is going to be a season." Parker's doing a fantastic job there.
I've always liked Scott Parker.
Yeah,
I've always liked him. I thought he was unlucky at was it Bournemouth? Was it Bournemouth last time we got sacked? Yeah, I thought he was unlucky there.
I think that was more just a case of him talking his way out of a job than anything, because he clearly wasn't happy with what they were doing.
Yeah, he wanted them to spend, which is fair. It's not. It's like managers getting sacked for that, for wanting owners to spend. It's just not. It's just stupid. But I thought I really do like him. I thought he was alright. He done well at Fulham as well. He's a good manager.
And Sunderland have pulled out some cracking transfers.
I thought that, I was going to say that. I remember us talking about it before the start of the season. We said the three of them did well in the transfer market. So not too surprised about what's going on, to be fair. But yeah, I think Sunderland did the best out of all three of them in the transfer market.
I think, like you just said to me, we were all pretty confident as a collective that we felt one of these teams could stay up this year, this season. Sorry, but I did think Sunderland would go well. I don't think it'd be this well, but yeah, I mean, I've just looked at it myself. Forest, West Ham, and Wolves at the bottom, and I mean, sadly, you wouldn't be massively shocked if that's the case at the end of the season.
I think Forest will pick up on the
Yeah, I'm going to say that as well. I think Forest.
Wolves, cool, yeah, they had a bit of a mare today as well, didn't they, themselves?
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
Which I don't think Ferreira's long for this world, is he?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's gasping for a pint because he can't have been in the pub too often this season. I just feel Wolves just stinks of a relegation season, doesn't it? Just have seen a few of their games this season. I've seen a few of the scores. I mean, pulling it back to 2-2 against Burnley, who are obviously one of your direct rivals for relegation, then them scoring last minute at your place. They're just sort of season written off already type territory, isn't it? Which obviously there's still a lot to play for. Clearly, we know that. I obviously give a shit more about West Ham stocks, mate, but than Wolves. But yeah, it just feels like all them clubs are really in a rut, and like you say, Forest could easily get out of it.
I think Wolves, because I think we said this before as well. They just got ripped apart in the transfer market, like Cunha and Hui, quite a few more, and just didn't really replace. So yeah, I think they pretty much asked for this. Sunderland, though, I think Xhaka could actually be one of the signings of the season.
Well, I did say it. Thank you very much.
I think they did very well by bringing him in and making him captain. Someone with that much experience for club and country, and yeah, I think that's added to a lot to Sunderland.
Mitch is about to snap a tooth. He's gritting his teeth.
I know, really. He ain't said a word.
Like Kanye West, mate, when your teeth wired up or something.
Like I have always said, I don't care about Sunderland. I never have, and I never will. They're going well. Fair play to them.
When do you play him?
Yeah,
don't think it's until mid-December. I don't think.
Who's done that? She's done it nice and early. Where? Your ground or theirs, you know?
Like I said, I don't care about them. Let me look.
Greaves used to live in Newcastle, and he says, "Well, true Geordies care about what Sunderland are doing." So maybe you're not a true Geordie.
Yeah,
that's what he suggested yesterday.
I'm a London-based Newcastle fan, so I'm not actually a true Geordie, to be fair.
Fair enough.
It's the 14th of December at Sunderland is the first game.
Let's go.
Owls watch along ending.
That's what I like to hear.
And it's funny as well. Like it could be the 14th of August, and it would still be the exact same temperature in that stadium.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just completely irrelevant what time of year, time of day. Doesn't matter if it was 30 degrees the day before, it'll still be precisely fucking freezing in the ground.
Two seasons, June and winter.
It's actually, I dare say, shaping into quite a fun season. Certainly for a neutral myself, it's quite good. Shocking for punters and shocking for fantasy football reasons, but I mean, like basically I looked before the game and I thought, I wonder what odds Sunderland are to beat Chelsea, and I don't even think they were 3-1. For a newly promoted club You're talking like tens usually in previous seasons at this point, even in games like Chelsea. It's
I'm surprised by
yeah.
that. Chelsea were in form as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's good season for the neutral. and for the Arsenal and the Newcastle
Yeah. Well, we'll see how these teams progress going forward because it's a long old season and we are 9.
There it is. There it is.
Hey, I said all these teams. That wasn't a dig at anybody. I was just saying. It is a long season.
It feels so late right now. Like honestly, it feels like we're on already 20 games.
Yeah, it's still the international breaks breaking it up makes it seem forever.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
There's another one in like 2
Watch
weeks.
it.
Yeah,
How do you think me and John feel? Fucking Samir, if you think this season's been long, how do you think we feel?
Oh yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
All your 3 teams are winning.
I just hate being on top of the league and I'm seeing this. Oh shit, it's only 9 games.
Why? Are you worried that means there's so many more games for you to bottle it?
Yeah. There's not very out there.
Not with that back four, mate.
Well, as Samir's so eager to talk about Arsenal, we might as well do it. 1-0 victory today against Aston Villa. Was pretty. Crystal Palace even was pretty boring to be honest. But another game, another goal, another set piece. How are you feeling about Arsenal at the minute? You feeling this in your hands because it's looking that way?
It is really, really looking that way. Because I was watching this and I was watching a game and I was watching the Villa and City. It's so early to do this, but I'm watching this. I'm watching Villa and City as well at the same time. Watching our game was it was kind of shocking. But I'll give it to us, man. We tried. I think midweek had took a toll on us. I think it felt like we gave everything against Atletico Madrid, and then we've come to Palace. I mean, we've come against Palace, and it's like,
Palace also played midweek as well.
I know, but I think they did rest a few players as well. To be fair, they play in Europa Conference.
Whoa! I've been hearing you've got the best squad in Europe.
No, but like
we're not using these excuses against Crystal Palace.
We won. It's not an excuse because we won, but I'm just saying we just looked sluggish today. Declan Rice came off tired. Eze came off tired. Saka just weren't on it at all compared to how you saw him midweek. It just felt off today. Like it felt like we gave everything against Atletico Madrid because that was a big game for us. And then coming up against Crystal Palace, who are not a bad side by the way. Defensively, they're strong. They are very, very strong defensively and attacking wise. They've got a free threats up top. So let's not look at Crystal Palace like it's an easy game. They've beaten a lot of big teams this season, and they didn't make it easy for us. I mean, we kept trying, but they were defensively solid today, almost as good as us as well, to be fair. But Saliba's come off at halftime. I still don't know why. But Maresca's come on and he did the job as well. All in all, I'm happy, man. I'm just happy with 3 points. I don't care how we look or how the goals go in or set piece or whatever. I don't care. I just want 3 points by the end of the game. And that's how Arsenal are moving now. Forget all that beautiful football. That's all in the past now. It's about 3 it's about 3 points. I don't give a damn if we score 5 goals. They're all set pieces. Everyone's making noises. Oh yeah, set piece.
Look at him now. Fuck Wenger.
He
didn't die for Mikel Pulis.
Mikel Pulis. That's right. I don't give a damn. At the end of the season, if he's got a Premier League medal, I'm not gonna complain at all about how we played. But
if he doesn't, this will make a really good shot. So
Yeah. No, jeez.
They're also shout
17th.
Yeah, attacking wise, does that not worry you?
Yeah, big time.
Because all it takes is a Gabriel injury and your set pieces will drop off massively.
Yeah.
Because even if he's not scoring, he's in and around the first contact of probably 80% of your set pieces.
Yeah.
So,
No, that is shocking, but obviously it's still early, man. Like you said, it's still early. We still got more open play goals to score, and I don't know, man. Arsenal are still slowly still trying to find our feet attacking wise. I thought against Atletico Madrid we were amazing attacking wise, but then we just come back to Prem. It's just like slow, sluggish stuff again. Did you watch the game, Mitch?
Bits of it. I had that multi-view thing on, so that flicked between games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, both teams were just giving the ball away. It was just hard to watch at times in that first half. I thought we was slightly better in the second half, and we had more chances, hitting the bar twice, I think. We were close to getting the second, but it just didn't come in the end. But and the first half, sluggish. It was nasty. I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it anymore.
I found that watching you against Fulham last week as well. I just feel like because I'm on the train, I decided to watch a City game. So I was just like, honestly, instinctively, I would go and watch Arsenal.
Yeah,
but it's such a nasty watch these days. Like, it's not entertaining anymore. Like
it is. I think that Fulham as well. They're kind of like defensive wise. I don't think they're that bad either. Like these two teams are pretty solid. I don't know if what you think.
To me, they're not.
What you don't think Fulham is? Crystal Palace definitely is.
To me, they're not.
What you don't think Crystal Palace is?
But based on how many goals that both teams, the XG and the shots against, Fulham are in like the bottom 5 of the league, so they have the most shots against them and one of the worst expected goals against in the league. And Crystal Palace are only like 3 places above them.
Yeah, no. But that's on paper. When I see them, I think they're the defensively solid sometimes. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes going forward. Something needs to change. Creative wise, it ain't there too much. Eze struggles at times. It just needs to pick up, man. Because that open play thing is quite shocking for me. But at the same time, we're top of the league, 6 points ahead of City, and that's one of our main threats. 7 points ahead of Liverpool at the moment. There ain't going to be a complaint from me. I don't care. That stat could be like that for the rest of the season. But if we're still top, I don't care. I honestly don't care, man. Let's keep set pieces going.
But what if you do finish second and don't win a trophy though? Is it still okay? Is it like?
No, but it won't be down to this, will it? It won't be down to stats like this, will it?
I feel like in previous seasons, a lot of what it's been is your inability to break teams down and open play that you should be putting away. It's not really like, I know like you've not necessarily like beaten a Man City or a Liverpool like outright in quite a while, but they're not really the points that kill off your title chances. It's normally sort of like drawing home to teams in the bottom half that you should be putting away.
Like
and don't that come down to like the open play and like stuff like that? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really care about these stats. It's about beating the teams, like you said, that took points off us last season. Crystal Palace took points off us at home. Fulham took points off us at their ground. It's just beating these teams, like you said. It's not all about the Cities and the Liverpools. Of course, you wanna beat them to create that gap. But at the same time, I think a lot of teams are doing what they ain't done last season. That's help us. And that is helping us. And that's defeated City and Liverpool. And that's happening well this season. I hope it continues. But yeah, it's about, beating the teams that took points off us. I think Brighton, home and away, we didn't beat them. So that's another team we need to get out of the way. West Ham was another one. Beat us at home 2 times in a row. 2 seasons in a row. Got them out the way as well. So it's just, getting the teams that were hurting us last season and previous seasons and just putting them to bed.
But then I suppose like if you spend like 60 odd million on a missing piece and you're 17th in terms of open play chances, is that a Gokaris thing, or is that like you're not creating enough for him?
We ain't creating enough for him. Like I said, I was thinking like with Eze, it ain't there. I think even with Odegaard, it just weren't there either. I don't think we're creating enough for him. He makes good runs, but actually, to be fair, he does have the times where he has like heavy touches and stuff like that. Like there was one where
there were times where I thought Odegaard was actively not passing to him when I watched you a couple of times. But
he loves Saka. I just don't think he likes any of our strikers. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now. I don't think he likes any of our strikers. We put so many strikers there, and he just doesn't like to play the football. It's always either to Saka. You don't like their left-hand side sometimes, but yeah. The Jokeris thing is, you know what, he tries, man. So you can't really get onto too much. If he just didn't do nothing the whole game, then that you could almost get onto it. But we can't be happy with that either. So it's just we're in the middle ground right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what Arteta does if sort of the set pieces drop off a bit and teams drop a few points and teams start getting closer. Because it looks to me at the minute seems to be the only way you're going to win games. And if he has to go a different way to try and win games, it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
I think with us, Arsenal now, it's just like we just got two different weapons. A lot of teams sit back. Like a lot of teams sit back and then we can't get through. So we found another way, another weapon to actually, get goals and then once you get that goal, teams open up. Like, and that's what I think it comes down to, because like I said, a lot of teams sit back and just like they don't come out to play at all. I'm scared to face Burnley next week because it's going to be nasty at their ground. It is going to be nasty because what they did the same thing to Liverpool, and Liverpool luckily got that pen at the end, but they were sitting back. It was hard to watch. Like, that's probably the worst I've seen all season, and I can only imagine what they're going to do with us. So one of them was. I think that's going to be another set piece to come, honestly, because getting through the open play ain't going to be easy.
Laying the groundwork already. I respect it. You're literally top of the league. And
I am confident though. No, but listen. I am confident. I think we're going to win it. I think we're going to win the league. I just don't care how we do it. Just get the 3 points. Build that gap between City and Sunderland. Another rivalry for the title race. Sorry, Mitch.
Why are you saying sorry? It was you that said something fucking ridiculous.
What? Sunderland and the title race. So we just got there another, a threat.
Are you not considering Bournemouth for a second or Tottenham?
Oh, yeah, Bournemouth second, isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you worry about your actual local rivals, Tottenham?
Why would I worry about them?
Tottenham are just copying what Arsenal do and create nothing and rely on set
pieces. And then
set
pieces, but no one's saying anything. No one's saying anything. It's crazy how Chelsea scored just as much as set pieces as us as well. And no one says anything about that. Everyone just watches Arsenal.
Well, they kind of done because this says set pieces 9, rank 5.
Yeah, they were
on your own. So you've scored more than them.
That's because of today. But from yesterday, we was level 8 set pieces. Nobody was watching out for that. Oh, one. Yeah. But we're going to win the league, man. Maybe even Champions League as well. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe even
Wasn't that your shout, Mitch?
No, I said they'll go furthest in the Champions League. Really? They won't win it. I said they'll go furthest out of the English clubs. Yeah, I don't think they'll win it.
Well,
Actually,
if we're going old school Champions League, if you're winning games 1-0, then fucking you're about 20 years too late to win in the Champions League with that method. Man like PSG scoring 4 for a joke.
Yeah,
mind you scored 4, didn't you, against Madrid?
Yeah, we did 4 or 5.
Didn't they get 7 in the week, PSG? Or about?
Yeah.
I think it's something crazy like that.
One of the highest scoring match weeks ever.
Yeah.
Weren't it? There was.
Yeah, I had under 63 goals, for fuck's sake. I didn't, but I mean, there's got to be someone out there.
To be fair, speaking of that, there's got to be a Palace fan out there somewhere, like the most cynical Palace fan that's gone, do you know what, I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal, Wesley to score. Someone's got to have bitten on that.
Eze to score must have been a massive bet today. There must have been a lot of bets on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, let's roll into this one. One of the other teams that potentially challenging for the title dropped points today at Villa. I watched bits of this. City were on top for long spells of this game, just didn't seem to be able to put the ball in the net. And then Matty Cash scored a screamer on his left foot from about 25 yards, which is a bit of a unique thing to happen. But anybody else catch much of this?
I did nod off for a while, but I did catch it for the most part. Villa are improving. Onana had a cracking game for them, I thought. I'm not sure who Sky gave man of the match to. You can't really trust them to do it properly. They'll just whoever scored or the most famous player. But I thought Onana had a cracking game. Cash did do really well. Initially, they thought it was a routine to him, but it clearly wasn't. Rodgers just missed it. It was a bad pass to Rodgers, but when you watch it, Mitch, you'll appreciate this because he was concentrating so much on his technique on his weaker foot, like he had like textbook left arm out and everything. It was superb. It was a really nice finish. City huffed and puffed and didn't look too much at the races, I must admit. Haaland had one chance that he would be pissed with, but it wasn't an easy one. He seems to find himself like getting through balls on like the inside right. So as he's a lefty, he has to kind of get his whole body round to get his instep on it, if you know what I mean. So it's always really hard. And although I don't rate Martinez, it was a pretty regulation save for him. They just didn't look.
What do you guys rate of City's chances in this? Because I said that they're going to lose a lot more, and I personally think there is still a lot more to come, and you can't be losing that many games this early to be in a title race.
I think this is a bit of a blow to them in this because I really thought they were going to start ticking into form and. Yeah, they'd almost prefer to. Obviously, they would obviously prefer it, but it does do very much like we've just been talking about. Arsenal doesn't really matter whether you're playing well. I do still think they are going to come good, and obviously that big Norwegian freak up front, they've just got a chance in everything, haven't they? But look, they're level with United on points.
You have to bring that out there.
Well, it brings me absolutely no joy whatsoever. But I mean, they are level with United on points, and I mean,
I think they've got some tough games coming up. I think they've got Bournemouth next week, Liverpool the week after that. Coming with the third after that. But I was saying to someone else, I think they could lose like 2 out of them 3. Personally, for me.
Well, I mean, Liverpool could be out of it in a couple of weeks.
So they're not going to want to lose against City.
I feel City have a much stronger chance than Liverpool of ticking into a 10-game streak. Because Liverpool just look broken, don't they? As I think we've all openly said.
Liverpool are in a kind of 10-game streak, but it's just not what they would hope it would be.
But I mean, a couple of weeks' time, they could. Anything can happen long season, but you would have to say they'd be out of it, just like they would say if the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah, that would
be. Yeah, but then it all could swing the other way because it's not like Arsenal have got the easiest fixtures. They've got Burnley next week, who are going to have a full week to prepare. And then Sunderland the following week, who are again going to have a full week to prepare. And then it's the international break, and then they play Tottenham when they come back. And then the next game is Chelsea.
With the greatest respect, if we're talking about a scenario where they're not beating Burnley and Sunderland, then the season isn't going to be over until someone's 10 points ahead in April, is it? Really?
No, but then Sunderland are 4th in the league, and again, to me, it was just talking about Arsenal looking sluggish after playing midweek. They've got another midweek game where Sunderland is going to be sat at home preparing for Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. I was thinking after seeing the players today, I'm hoping I don't see any of them on who we were playing. I can't remember who we were playing. Someone on
Brighton.
in the Carabao Cup.
Brighton.
It's Brighton.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't want to go out.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out. It's gonna have to be. I thought we had someone weaker than that. Nah.
You're going on like this is the round after this is like the quarterfinals, so it's not going to be anybody too dead.
Yeah. I didn't want to see any of the players. He's gonna play a few players in that. Because I did want to I wanted everyone, that full 11 rested up until... It still probably won't be a strong team, to be fair. I don't think Brighton will probably go all out either. So, yeah, I hope we rest all 11 players.
I think they will. You've got to go for a cup.
I know, innit? Yeah, I do want... I would take a Carling Cup.
I think they'll go as strong as they possibly can against Arsenal because they're following games at home to Leeds. So I think they'll rotate more there if they have to. But again, Brighton don't have to worry about.
Brighton could just draft in their second team now, and they'll all just be little fucking freak regens of the players that they actually just played the week before, and you're like, wait, does he start for you, or has he never played a game for you, or he seems incredible, very confusing, like, it's Brighton's a fucking strange club.
They also have the joy of having these 2 games this week, and then the following week again they've got no midweek, so it's not like they're going to have to keep rotating. It's only going to be 1 or 2 that they need to keep.
I think Arteta needs to fucking grab it by the balls and just keep playing. You will probably disagree with that because of people would slate him for not resting players, but just try and keep the relentless machine going. And
I like that. But
and hopefully you come out of it, like I say, start of December, and you've sort of battered a few teams into submission, type of thing. But if you go out of the cup, then the noise starts, doesn't it? It's just
there's another trophy down. At this rate, we want to be in every trophy. Like, we want to be in every round. So yeah, I don't want to go. I thought we had someone weaker than Brighton. I didn't really look at. I can't remember the draw like that. But yeah, here it is Brighton. Then I think you'll go semi-strong. Yeah.
You still in that, Mitch?
Huh?
Are you still in that?
Yeah. We're still the holders. We're still defending our title. Yeah, we got Tottenham on Wednesday. Tottenham, then West Ham, then I think we got Bilbao, and then someone else before. I think it might be Brentford before the international break.
Your Tottenham game, is that home or away?
St James's.
Tottenham are pretty good away.
Yeah, because teams come at them a little bit more. They like to sit back and hit on the break, don't they?
They're a proper. They're playing peak boys ball.
Yeah.
Do I hear right? There's an Owls derby next weekend.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Doesn't want any of that.
Surely we get a tactical breakdown beforehand, right?
I think we do need to bring pre-game back for that if you're about stuff.
No, I'm not. I mean, I've got some analysis, but I'm not sure it's in depth as you want. It just goes along as this is fucking shite, and that's my tactical analysis of West Ham.
I'm telling you now, if this Andy Irving bags a last minute fucking winner, though.
If anybody's bagging a last minute winner, it'll be Callum Wilson.
I'll tell you what, fucking hell. He was, oh god, just watching him like struggle against Leeds centre halves to even like control the ball with a defender on his back was painful.
He's scoring. He's scoring against Newcastle.
Patty.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Okay, as we're on the title race, we'll go to this game. Another favourable result for Arsenal. Liverpool still looking pretty shaky. I thought Brentford were decent, to be fair, most of the game. I think they were slightly unfortunate with the amount of time played for the Kirkes goal. And then Salah's goal was pretty magic, actually, to be fair to him. They still look quite disjointed, and it looks very I don't know. They just Schlott just doesn't seem to be able to get a tune out of them.
Well, have you seen all the news stories over the weekend that they say it's not out of the realms of possibility of Klopp coming back? I've read it in like 3 different sources.
How?
Obviously, I've spent a lot of time on trains this weekend.
What? So they're actually debating getting rid of Slot.
That is so dumb. That is so dumb.
Like,
Man.
things like you know when sort of like agents and representatives give a quote, and they're like, "Oh, it's not out of the realms of possibility," like that Klopp would accept and things like that.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That's mad.
I feel like that would be. He's got like the cushiest job ever. Now, he has his own jet, and he just goes to various Red Bull owned sporting
he doesn't want
clubs.
to come back to management, man. He doesn't want to come back. Just
I don't
leave
think
him.
he want to pick this team up.
Yeah, man. He's done that. He's stressed.
Especially not just as the African nations kicked off, because they lose Salah obviously, and isn't there another good player that they lose?
I think that's it.
Who does Kanate play for?
I thought Kanate was French.
Yeah, I thought that.
He's French. Who else?
I think that's
Frimpong's Dutch. So I think that's it.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest,
that's a big one though.
Who's
a big one?
What's a big one?
Losing
Salah,
Salah.
yeah.
Not this season. Apparently, he was dropped midweek, and Wirtz looked fantastic playing him off the right.
Off the right, I didn't even remember that. But yeah, I long term for a whole month, I didn't see that. I mean,
to be fair, he's been until today. He hasn't looked himself. Well, even today or yesterday, he didn't look himself, but he scored a worldie of a goal. Yeah,
but it's his presence, isn't it? And seeing him on the team sheet still would get you like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's Salah. Because at any time, look at the goal we saw at the weekend. At any time, it could pop up. So
in all honesty, I think Salah could be in real. This is why I keep thinking he will go in January, because if they pick up when he is not in that team, I think it would be daft of Slot to bring him back in, right?
But they dropped him midweek and then he threw a strop and he's straight back into the team.
Oh, that strop is pending, isn't it? That fallout. Sorry, when you upgrade that spat, there's a spat, a strop, and then
you must have joke in it to go. Oh, you fuck off, you didn't start me, but now he started the game after. You think he must have joke up above? Because I'm personally, he's back on the bench again. After he's done that. You didn't start again. That's two games in a row you're on the bench because he didn't deserve to start.
I was wrong. It is just Salah, but I've just had a quick look at who gets hit the hardest for AFCON. Leeds have no teams. Arsenal have none. Chelsea have none. Salah, City have got a couple. United have got 4. Newcastle just 1, but I think he's fucking dead at the moment. Sunderland have 9.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Sunderland needs to build up. Mitch knew that. Look at that fucking hand behind.
And I look at him. He's celebrating. He's sick as
Hey, look. I do a lot of research, and I'm calm about things I need to be calm about. And guess what? Guess when they go off to AFCON?
Oh no, not when they face you. No.
It's that week.
Oh my
man.
So they either need to request that they don't go too early, or they'll be gone.
It's
that week.
They're gonna request that.
That is one of my favourite bits of AFCON, though, is when there's always one random country that's like, no, we will not release him. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
really? No
Yeah.
offense, Gabon, but like
Yeah.
our dick is sizably bigger than your. Probably not physically, I would say. I doubt I'd take a lad on from Gabon on that story.
Yeah.
But and it's just like Burkina Faso, like, mate, Sunderland, Newcastle is 10 times bigger than the African Cup of Nations. And then they'll come out and then the Quip will do a story about people disrespect it. It's like, yeah, because it fucks clubs in December. Like,
But you say we have two. Who's City's? Two.
Alt-Nouri and Mamouche, yeah.
Oh, that's not. They barely play.
So I don't think anyway.
And then you lose Juve and Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
Who,
we've already broken Diouf's spirit anyway, so.
I transferred him into my fantasy football team 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that was it.
That is
Tottenham will get hit pretty well.
Fault.
Yeah, Tottenham and Bournemouth get hit a decent
Tottenham would have Kudus,
You got love, I think.
Suma, no?
But Ghana didn't qualify. Did they?
Yes,
I think they've got. Haven't they got a playoff?
Oh right, African Cup.
I don't know if they qualified.
For the African Cup of Nations. What they're not in it.
Surely they wouldn't be doing playoffs at this later stage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Ignore me. Yeah, actually, Ghana, but not in it.
They're not in it. Oh, that's bad.
Didn't they have who was it that qualified from their group? It's someone like heroically mad in it.
What the hell?
How can you not qualify for? Oh, that's bad. Yeah, they're not in it. Oh, jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they finished bottom. They finished bottom of their group.
That is shocking.
But you think they're meant to be one of the big hitters, aren't they? Like in that tournament. That's crazy to not even get there.
I didn't even know that. I expected them to be in it. So.
Yeah, same.
Told you couldn't see shit.
Dude.
Okay, right.
Before we go, give Brentford some props because that's another good result for them.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, I've been on Keith Andrews' hate watch as well since the first day he got his job. So he's he fucking hates Bolton as well. So he fair play to him. He's really got me.
Yeah. Well, we're in an era where set pieces seem to be the thing in the Premier League. Upgrading your set piece coach to actual manager of the team is probably a good idea.
That is. Yeah. A lot of teams have done it, you know. A lot of teams. They come for our set piece.
Very good point, that Mitch. Though. Very good. I think that's a very, very good point, mate.
It's true. Everyone's going to take that route now, especially the smaller teams.
We were trailblazing 10 years ago, Mitch, sitting in the dog and duck playing darts, doing our set pieces.
Yeah. Thursday or Friday night, drawing up what corner we were going to use that weekend.
Yeah, and in the end, we just started drinking more and playing more darts, so we used the same one.
Yeah. Same as I think. Yeah, let's get started. Why not? Let me just say that one worked very fucking well, by the way.
It was really good. I feel like we should have sold it.
But yeah, big up to Brentford. Liverpool still look disjointed, so them apparently already winning the Premier League because of how good their summer was.
He couldn't hold it back.
It isn't working out so well.
Couldn't happen to a nicer group, could it?
Hey, I did say all along that it leaves them looking very disjointed, and we're seeing it now. So,
you really are.
Where have we got left to go? Let's go here. Why not? Manchester United weirdly seem to have turned a bit of a corner.
But that 3-2, that was creeping up there. That 3-2,
yeah,
it came. I was creeping back up. Old Man United almost showed back up again, and then they closed it off. So
this is I thought they were slightly fortunate because I can't remember which goal it was. For me, it was definitely a foul in the build-up.
When Shaw grabbed forgot his name, but yeah, but that was like the third.
It was Man United's third.
Yeah, it's the third goal. Yeah,
so it must have been Mbeumo's first.
Yeah, you got
even the Casemiro goal. There's a massive deflection in it.
Yeah.
The first goal. I struggled with that one.
I think they were a bit
on camera.
But then
I couldn't hear because the brown cow was just raucous post match. I couldn't hear the commentary, so
you're lucky.
I guess on the basis we're on a football pod, I should know this. But was it not a red card for last man because the ball was in the keeper's hands?
Yeah, because it wasn't
I couldn't
denying
hear
a goal.
what you were saying.
Yeah, it wasn't denying a goal scoring opportunity.
So why did it go on for so long? The off the eternal fucking question, of course. But why was the VAR check seemingly quite a while?
I think they were just checking to see if it potentially could have been denying a goal scoring opportunity, but it wasn't because the foul happened after the goalie caught the ball.
Yeah.
So have rules changed now that if you were in the box, right, and you kicked a ball past someone that you were never going to get, and someone fouls you, is that still a penalty?
Yeah, it's still a penalty. So it might not be a red card.
But why, when that should be a red card, does that?
So
what if the keeper? So I think my argument is, what if the keeper dropped that ball?
No,
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know. If the keeper did drop it, they probably would have looked into it being a goal scoring opportunity. The one in the box there's two different answers to it because there's the double jeopardy rule now. So if you're making a genuine play for the ball, you can't give a penalty away and get sent off at the same time.
Correct. Yeah.
But
I think
if someone's running away from you and you just pull them back, you can still be sent off.
So if he's fouled in that moment, the ball reaches the keeper and the keeper then rebounds it out of the box, but that player is still on the floor because they've been fouled and a defender clears it, we're saying that becomes a red card.
Maybe.
Probably would be,
yeah.
Right. Well, it's a shame.
Wait, did he drop it? Did he drop the ball?
No, he didn't. No. He clutched onto it for dear life. Probably because he knows the rules. I guess that's his job, innit, really?
The weird thing was there was Man United fans genuinely saying that it shouldn't have been a yellow card because the goalie had the ball in his hand. And it's like, so what? Does that mean that we can all just start throwing punches once the goalie has the ball in their hand? Like, what are you talking about? It's a foul. It doesn't matter where you are on the pitch. If you trip someone up, it's a foul. It doesn't matter where the ball is.
Is that where Danny Welbeck scored a free kick from?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Dry ass free kick.
Said last week that motherfucker's going World Cup.
That guy Wells.
I can't believe he scored a free kick. I'm so surprised. I can't believe he even took it.
It was the most central free kick you ever likely to see go in.
It was horrible. I was like, what?
It threw me off when I saw it because they were like, "Oh, what goal!" And then I watched the replay and was like,
"Just like no,
he wasn't."
Where was the goalie standing for him to get get a good hand on that?
I think it was either Stocks or John said to me, he said, keeper should have saved that. And I said, I think to the keeper's defence, he was just genuinely shocked he'd got it over and under the wall. So it's not like it was a thunderbolt where it was like, if it's on target, it's in. I think if it was on target, everyone was just shocked.
It's good. I was surprised Danny Welbeck even stepped up. So, yeah, we start with that. Keeper was thrown up.
But Man United are somehow sat in 6th on 16 points, only 6 points off the top.
It looked bad.
Oh, yeah, that geezer with the afro is going to be buzzing, isn't he?
He's got 2 more games, no?
2 more games, I know.
Yeah. They're going to lose. They're going to win the next one and lose.
Do you know what? It's a trip to Forest and a trip to Spurs. I just looked it up just now. But
yeah, Spurs, isn't it? That's what I'm really hoping is they score like a last-minute perceived winner. Someone tries to do a head shave celebration and then they concede an equaliser just afterwards. He's actually been getting quite a lot of shit in the United away end. There's been a couple of United fans that have been issued like lifetime bans for basically just being cunts to him. But
pulling his hair and all stuff like that.
Yeah. But to be fair, you know, hopefully in 2 games he don't have that fucking issue again.
Yeah,
People will just be calling him Slaphead.
And then that's not slapping his head.
Easy,
Yeah.
James, easy.
But
shit.
it
You can't go
is
to
mad.
that game again.
14 goals against.
That's mad.
Oh
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like you say, Mitch made mention of like turning the corner, but it's potentially like turning the corner with Richard Hammond behind the wheel. So you're not really sure where they're actually going to end up. This next 2 games could be something.
That's so
To be
true.
fair, it could be the Sean Dyche masterclass when they go to Forest.
That'll be
Yeah.
nice.
Because they haven't got I don't think they've got a midweek game. No, they're out of the Carabao. So
Yeah.
they've
So
just
United.
focused, full focus, full week of training
good.
for
So
United.
United out as well.
Yeah, so
That's in round 2.
be interesting to see what happens in that game next weekend. I've completely lost track. I've completely thrown off the order, so I don't know where we are. I think this is the only other game that I've got, but guess no one would have seen it unless Samir watched it, because the rest of you were at Blackburn or on the way to Blackburn.
Yeah.
Another Newcastle win. Starting to look like a proper side again. Starting to look like we could score goals. Defense is still pretty solid. We're definitely a better team than we were last season. We just need to get the attacking side of things going. We play some wonderful football at the minute. This was one of the oddest refereeing performances I think I've seen in a very, very long time. He was giving soft free kicks everywhere else on the pitch, except when it went into Voltemader's feet, where it just turned into wrestling. And there was just nothing, no fouls given ever. And then he randomly, the board went up and it said 1 minute, and we ended up not finishing the first half until like 49, even though there was no stoppages. It was like it was so strange. Couldn't figure out what was going on. But
on the subject of your big German man, Mitch, I transferred him in and then put him as captain on my fantasy football. So obviously, that's nothing to do with the referee, mate. That's all again completely down to my bad juju. So
he also missed what was pretty much an open goal.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that, mate. Yeah, he could have been axed down in the box, mate, and he wouldn't have got anything for it. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, frustrating afternoon for him. My discussion point on this game, though, is this man. He is just numbers. He seems to come on and just get goals and assists. He's just getting numbers. Is Jacob Murphy now fast becoming one of the most underrated players in the league? Because no one seems to really worry about him that much. And as a Newcastle fan, I'm like, this is the place we can upgrade easiest. And yeah, he just seems to keep getting better. It's weird.
Yeah, he doesn't want to stop. It's like, what replacement? Nah, you got me.
He's actually looking like a much better footballer this season as well. Last season, my point was that his first touch was shocking. When he got his back to goal in our own half, he'd often lose the ball. And he just seems to have stopped doing them things now as well.
Was he not like top assist for you or something? Or like top assist in the league, like top 3?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Newcastle fans are now saying that we sold Alexander Isak to Liverpool and kept the charger, which is Jacob Murphy, because that's all he seemed to do was get the ball and give it to Isak. That's all he seemed to do.
Yeah, it started to show. Underrated in the league. I don't know about that.
A fun fact about Jacob Murphy is that he put, when he was at Blackpool a long time ago, probably a decade ago, he put on his Snapchat, which is already just like, mate, fucking grow up. He put on his Snapchat, we're going to lose again because Blackpool were in such shit form. And then they drew 1-1 with Bolton and he scored. And he came out with an apology afterwards saying, apologies, I shouldn't be mocking the club I play for. So I scored. And I was just like, what the fuck? How does this happen to us? How?
Oh, Colin, that's class. Right, so to me, you reckon he's not one of the most underrated players in the league. On the flip side of that, late shout to make the plane that goes to the World Cup next year?
Why not? I'm not gonna lie. Why not? I've heard this somewhere before. I think it was when on Spurs King when you lot were on there.
Yeah, it would have been someone else, it certainly would have been me because I'm not. I just don't. I really don't rate him, but he's proven me
Marlon
wrong.
says it just to spite you now.
Yeah, someone put it out there.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, it was. And I thought, yeah, you know what? Why? Well, maybe. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
But you just gotta keep going. But yeah, I don't think he's seen like that.
Well, your guy gets minutes. The guy that does the reverse of what Murphy does and beats players very well and gets into good positions, but puts up no goals and no assists.
Who?
Madueke, the reverse Jacob Murphy.
Oh.
All tricks, all substance, no goals, no assists.
To be fair, that is true. He does. England seem to love him though. He does well for England.
Yeah, I suppose.
So that's probably one of the reasons he's still there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be like, oh, why is he in the team? I'm like, fair play to him. And how many in the squad? Is it not like
26? I think there might actually be more because it's a bigger tournament.
Oh yeah,
I think they might be allowed to take a few more.
Might go up to like 30.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure I've read it. I think I've read it somewhere.
The last one was
Just got to get past US customs and they'll be all right.
Yeah. Murphy will be all right. He's a clean cut guy.
Right, just before we move on from Newcastle, Mitch, does anyone think Fulham are in a bit of bother here?
Yeah.
Like you brought up that stat earlier, in terms of the lack of chances created and shots against and stuff like that. But it's they seem to be kind of going under the radar at the moment as a team where they might just be they might be in a spot of bother come the end of the season. It's not really happening for them.
I was going to say they're quite unlucky. I thought they were unlucky against us with the chances. I don't know how the game went with Newcastle, but they conceded in the last minute. Yeah. I've seen them recently. Yeah, I think they've been quite unlucky.
I would say they were okay against us, but I will also say similar to what Samir said. We looked a bit leggy. We didn't look fully at it and just managed to get the job done more than it being... I don't think Fulham were great. A draw, they probably... No Newcastle fan probably could have complained. But yeah, I don't think they were amazing. But then they had Traore and Iwobi on their wings. Yeah. And
to be fair, they do have quite a few injuries. As soon as you said Traore,
quite a few. No, they've got a couple. I wouldn't say quite a few.
No,
Traore doesn't play. They play Harry Wilson. It's not like it's a worldie coming in.
No, but I don't know what they have now. But against us, I heard they had 3 or 4 players missing. Don't know about you, but yeah, Traore doesn't start. So
maybe I just don't know the Fulham starting 11 these days because I thought they were pretty much full strength. Give or take a couple. Who did they have started? So it was Leno, Bassi and Diop at the back, Tete right back, Sessegnon, Lukic, Berg, Traore, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Jimenez.
What?
Yeah, so Smith Rowe has been benched recently as well. Traore has been benched.
I think we'll realise over the next few games how fucked they are because they've got Wolves at home next game, Everton away, and then Sunderland at home. Well, sorry, fucking soon to be tabletop in Sunderland. So I mean, if they're still not doing great after that, then they're really in the mud. One of you called Fulham to struggle this year, anyway. I think, didn't you?
Don't think it
just lie and say just claim it.
Yeah, someone just chuck it out there.
There's definitely someone on here that'll want to change their shout, so you may as well.
Yeah, I mean, I went Brentford, so that's obviously aging pretty well.
I think you said Fulham, didn't you, John? Happy birthday, mate. There's a late gift.
Cheers, mate. Nice one.
The old flip card.
No one actually said Fulham. I've just got the receipts up. So I said Forest, Stocky said Brighton, John said Villa, Samir said Newcastle. Shock. Jack, you didn't say anybody, so you want Fulham now, Jack, because you didn't actually send me that one.
I didn't send you that one.
Where you
Oh,
got?
I said I said Wolves and Fulham. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, to be fair, you are 12th, Mitch. It's a bit of a fall off.
What's that?
We're getting close. You are 12th. It's a bit of a fall off.
It's not, considering how we've started every other season for the last 4 years. But if you want to go down that route, then cool.
You're not up there with the Sunderlands and us.
Fine. Fine. Give it a few weeks. Don't worry about that. You worry about your actual rivals. Don't worry about us.
I thought you were the rivals. You was top 4 contenders.
You're title contenders. We're top 4 contenders. That's 2 different things.
Yeah, I like that. Know your places.
You're going on like I've never said any different.
I don't know. All right, to be fair, you were talking about title races last season. You wanted to close the gap on us or something like that. I remember towards the end of the season, you were saying that.
Towards the end of last season, I was saying if we beat you the game that we played near the end of last season, we would have finished above you.
Oh, so we ended that.
No, because we still got Champions League. We still did what we wanted to do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just about got Champions League. Let's not forget that you lost.
Did we get it? That's like me saying you're just winning games by scoring set pieces. You're still winning games. It doesn't change the fact.
Yeah, fair.
One other thing I wanted to talk about. Do we feel that football now is coming a little bit systematic? Where, there's a lot less mavericks in the game. It's a lot less off the cuff. Everybody's playing to a role in the team rather than things being more fluid. And
well, apart from the guy that scored 2 last-minute winners in Bolton Wanderers, he's a maverick. I mean, I started it by saying I genuinely don't think he knows what's going on, which is exciting. But that's why I also said when those players then move to another club, it's beaten out of them. And so the answer to that is, you just don't trust anyone with Mavericks anymore. And also the quality is just improving. Like all the reasons, we've actually basically raised the reasons in this. Why? Quality is improving. Better teams are there. There's more pressure on going down. There's more stats than fucking ever before, which obviously being a football pervert, it has its blessings, but also it kills that off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could find clips of probably a player in every single league in the world. You know, anyone that is roughly going to get a move to somewhere, you can find clips of them. People have scouting on it. It's just it's too hard now, isn't it, to be a maverick?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
No, that's a good question. Though.
I think
I agree with what it is.
I was going to say, putting the manager's hat on, as a manager, you have a game plan to win the game, and you wanna control as much as you can on the pitch. So by having functional players, you pretty much know what's going to happen and what they're going to do, and then you build the game around that. That's why so many functional players are there, because you just want to minimize the up and the down. If you've got a consistent level, you know what you've got to do and what you can tweak. Whereas if you've got one player that's 10 out of 10 one week, then for 3 weeks he's 3 out of 10. That's no good to you. So you need, they want that consistency, and then they can tweak from there and make the small adjustments, which they believe will be marginal gains. Because as has been mentioned, everyone's so good now. Like even teams that are coming up, they've got the finances to buy really good players. So everyone's all pretty good. So it's their marginal games, and that's why you stay functional. Because in some ways it's a little bit negative, because you're like, oh well, as long as we're in the game, as long as we're still in the game, we can nick a set piece and then 1-0, great, job done. Whereas, you know, when the game was a bit more free, someone could just go, oh fuck it, I'm having it. I was watching classic goals on like some TikTok feed earlier on, and there's just screamers all the time, like true screamers from like 25, 30 yards. And I'm like, I can't remember the last time I saw one of them in the Prem. Because you have to work it to the line, then cut it back for a non-rushing midfielder
Yeah.
because you've timed a late run. I'm like, you see the same goal a lot. Sometimes just twat it. It's quite entertaining because it either flies in or it goes to the back of the stand and you call him shit.
Even from like a media perspective as well, it's like we used to kind of like celebrate those like maverick players and like the goals like you were just saying, Stocky. But now it's like even watching that Villa game today, like Cash scores what's objectively a fantastic goal, and within seconds they're like panning off to the old Foo Fighters drummer that's the set piece coach now at Villa.
Yeah,
And make it like, and it's almost like the Mavericks now in today's game are actually like the set piece coaches, or like and people are like, do you know what I mean? It's obviously, obviously not Mavericks in on the pitch sense, but like they've almost become like massive, like that Arsenal set piece guys. Like a lot more emphasis is being put on those, which kind of tells you if that's the case, then yeah, it is it is too system based.
it got slagged off
Yeah.
years ago when Allardyce was doing it. It was negative football, weren't it?
Yeah.
But now because someone's realised, oh, actually, that's quite a sensible way to win football games. Apparently, it's acceptable now because a certain team's doing it.
Well,
the fucking long throws back, isn't it? The
never
long
left.
throws literally
never
back.
went anywhere.
It never left.
I know, but people are like saying like, oh, you've got to have this in your arsenal now. You're like, well, why didn't people have that? And they're saying, I can't remember. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it was someone with a fucking brain on Sky Sports commentary went, do you think they're lining up the players in training and seeing how far they can throw a ball to see who throws it furthest, and then that decides if you're taking the throw-ins? And I was listening to it, I was like, well, how else would you fucking do it?
Yeah.
like how else is like if it's not decided on that basis, then essentially my dream of being a Premier League football is not over because you just say, oh yeah, I can throw it really far. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You got the gig. So yeah, I think if that's the main focus of quite a lot of the games I've watched recently, discussing that as one of your key takeaways on Sky Sports, then I mean, how is a Maverick going to survive if people are sucking off long throws?
Also, defending shit.
Yeah, I don't get how long throws are such a problem. It baffles me. It really baffles me because they do, like, all teams have got these analysis guys, yeah, that will tell goalkeepers where everybody goes for their penalties and all this nonsense. So for every single team that's got a long throw guy or a couple of long throw guys, they can say, right, the first contact for this guy's long throw is normally around here. So the goalkeeper should stand in and around that spot and just come and catch it. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. Like, how are so many teams struggling with it?
That's risky.
Why is that risky?
He's coming all the way out there.
All the way out where? Some of these long throws are in the 6-yard box. Some of these long throws are in the 6-yard box.
I will say as well, though, one of the other massive problems with this is, and it comes back to sort of like styles and identities and the way that people play, is that actually, if you think about just even like these defensive positions, like keepers and defenders, the profile of what makes like a half decent centre half in this day and age, or a goalkeeper, it's all about what they can do with their feet. And objectively, there's not enough. There aren't enough keepers now where like actually just commanding your box, like really kind of like going back to this obvious. The reason why long throws and things like that are becoming more effective is, I think we're getting to a stage where keepers are less commanding of their areas, and centre halves ain't necessarily as good. Like, great example of Saints is like, we've obviously played like someone like Taylor Harwood-Bellis. We got him from Man City, allegedly a ball playing centre half. Be nice if he passed to someone that weren't in his own fucking shirt, but that's another matter in itself. But you've got this emphasis on players that have to play it out and so on. Actually, a lot of the time, it's just like, from a defensive standpoint, I'd take a Nathan Wood who can just do all the physical attributes well enough. You can win headers, you can compete. And when you're seeing less of that, it's making it a lot easier for teams who can be a bit more physical and play the kind of finer margins to do that.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
Look, all I'm hearing is get Bolton back in that fucking Prem and we will be soaring like eagles.
Get the big man back in charge.
Yeah, but get the big man back in fucking charge too. Well, to me, like genuine jokes aside, though, you think about it, one of these clubs that will obviously be looking to sack their manager soon, they will be looking at someone like Big Sam and being like, look, if you're still watching football, you must be looking at this going, I can play against that. And if you think you could do it with these players, you've got a fucking gig. You can't be having
That Wolves job.
fucking Steve, fucking
I
Pedro
was
from
just
Rio
about to say
Ave in the Portuguese, fucking 16th place in the Portuguese league coming over now. We don't want that, thanks, bruv. Like, that ain't going to keep us up.
I think Sam's done, man. He's busy doing barbecues and stuff with Alan Pardew.
Fucking feeding you set piece tips, mate. I don't know what you're looking down on man for. He could probably do a job for you at the back, mate, playing for you. Just stick him up front.
He's probably at like sevens now to be the next Arsenal manager. You know, like
He's
hey. We're in relegation trouble.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Simon Sam.
You stick with the Wolves, and I'm not going to say the other team. I'm not going to say the other team.
It's all right. It's all right. So me, you can carry on. When you eventually get round to bottling this league, it'll all come back round. Don't worry about that. We'll save all these for them.
You can say what you like, man. We're gonna win. We're gonna win it, man. I'm confident. I'm so confident.
Good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Has anybody got anything they'd like to plug before we go?
No, the brown cow's had its fucking time on it. It's not going to get any more.
Would you plug the pizza man outside, Jack?
Oh well, look, mate, that was a free pizza. So yeah, any pizzas that I don't have to pay for is great.
Oh yeah. I hope you enjoyed it.
So, yes, I do owe you £12, but yeah,
that's all right.
As it stands now, it's a free pizza. So yeah, great.
We'll save it for the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm guessing that's a no then for anybody. If anybody wants to plug it in.
Nobody actually asked me.
That's a no. I think me and Stocky are back tomorrow, 9:30ish on the pitch for all of your controversial VAR things this weekend. Not sure what we're talking about yet, as Marlon hasn't put it out. And then Wednesday night, the rivals, which will be kicking off about 10 because of Newcastle versus Tottenham in the Carabao Cup. Tune in. That will be interesting because Newcastle fans on the Tottenham channel just after our Carabao Cup game. So
someone's getting it.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
And both Newcastle fans, me and Toon, who join every week, confirmed that win, lose or draw, we will be there Wednesday evening. So be there.
Does it go straight to pens at this stage or not?
Yes, it does. Yeah, no extra time.
So that would be a nice live one because pens are extremely hard to keep yourself composed at the best of times.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Last time we did it, there was a Man United fan on, and they got beat by Grimsby on pens live on the show. So it's always an interesting show when it happens to be there. But outside of that, all of that good stuff, I should really say it throughout the show and at the beginning. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. It pushes it out to further people, the more people that like it. So please do that. But everybody out there who's been watching, thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. Good night.
See you later.